All right, good morning, everybody. What is this, Tuesday? I stayed up all night last night playing Madden. And I don't play Madden. I get out there and say, I'm about to book out. Yeah. I don't do that, until it's time. But I get the numbers of the teams and I get the ratings and I go. I actually did a full fantasy draft last night. And I drafted a bomb roster. Maybe I'll show it to you today if I go live in there. It's hard for me to go. I'm figuring out how to go live with the PC because I got my EA subscription on my PC first to see if I can play Madden there, and it was pretty good last night. The only time it messed up was the EA servers, which is like another year of Madden. But now let's get into the tight ends and the wide receivers. Now these two areas I was really worried about coming into the season. I'm no lie. I was like, we lost Schultz, and now we got what was behind Schultz that I, in my mind, couldn't beat out Schultz. But now I see Ferguson basically did beat out Schultz. It wasn't that type of thing. And then Schoonmaker is a compliment to Schultz. That just unfolded for us. We didn't know that going into the draft. We thought we needed a number one tight end. Something tells me Ferguson is going to be one of the better tight ends in the league this year. It really is. And I'm telling you, if you just rewind, just go back and look at some of my early videos. No, don't do that. But in those early videos, I was talking about I'm real worried about tight end. Philadelphia has Dallas Goedert. San Francisco got that guy out there. Who do we got? So I was like that, but now I'm like, wait a minute, with him and Schoon. And then on that third tight end, my eyes were going to John Stephens Jr. down at camp a lot, just because of his frame. He's 6'6", and he looks like a tight end. I know he's a converted wide receiver, but he looks like a tight end. He actually looks like a tight end. So he was, you saw how productive he was and how he hustled in that game. And I'm like, Hendershot needs to up his game. But if we somehow, I think last year, didn't we keep 4 tight ends? If we keep 4 tight ends, he might be the 4th, or, he might slide right in front of Hendershot, which I'm thinking is a possibility. I mean, Hendershot got there really. I'm talking about the 3rd tight end of the Cowboys. He might be able to get that. That should be a fluid position, that 3rd tight end of the Cowboys. So I'm really, really strangely confident with the Cowboys at tight end. And wide receiver was another thing. Coming into the season, I wasn't completely sold on Brandon Cooks because of his showing the last time he was out here in LA, and then he's been with a team that hasn't been really competing for the last couple of years. Where is his competitive nature? Yada yada yada. I had all these questions, but I'm cool on that now because Cooks looks really good in the offense, and he's inside of a culture that's going to get the best out of him. You know what I'm saying? If he was like a hired gun that was just here to get his yards and get his money and get out, then that attitude wouldn't last. What I saw down there at training camp, that attitude wouldn't last down there with that offense. It wouldn't gel. So I really am looking forward to what he can do. Then I told you that dog is just loud, and you're gonna hear him a lot in my videos. The other dog, Lulu, is just quiet right there, and that one's loud out there. All right, after that one, you have, and he's calling, and he needs to hush because there's a hungry mountain lion out here somewhere, and he needs to hush, and he's got too hard of a head to hush. I'm sorry, I digress. Now, get back to football. But then Gallup has to come back to old Gallup, and then after that is when the drama starts, and it's there now. For me, I have a 4A and a 4B, and the 4A I'm going to put as Turp. To me, out there, Turpin has been looking like a Cole Beasley with more potential, which is crazy. So he's kind of looking like that out there, and I want to see that in actual games. but we cannot fumble the football. So a lot came off the turf just because they fumbled the football. Beasley didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna be that for the Cowboys, then you've gotta do that. And after that is Tolbert, who made that beautiful catch. Didn't count, but a beautiful catch on the sidelines. And he's looking, he looks like a drafted wide receiver now, and which is awesome. So now I feel a lot better about our top 5 wide receivers at this moment. I need to see Turpin play much better in games, and I got to see Tolbert keep it going, and then it's good. Simi Fehoko, he didn't do as well out there in camp, but he played well this weekend. So Simi Fehoko was a productive member of the offense. And then my guy, Jalen Brooks, I'll put him last on the list. Jalen, he had like 5 targets, and he only caught 1 pass. But hopefully he'll get going or whatever, because he's been having a great training camp, and I don't want him to start to nosedive. And this is what happened. They don't really nosedive, these guys. They have great camps, and then they go in the game and they can't force the ball into them, or it's just not working for them. And then at that point they stop looking at them, and that's when the nosedive starts or whatever. So that's pretty much it of all the wide receivers. Let me see. I think that's everything. My screen went away. Hold on. I have my notes right over there. Come back, notes. But I think that's it. Oh, there we go. Oh, good. I'm glad the notes came out. Did you notice the routes we were running out of the backfield? We did that Texas turn thingy for Deuce when Deuce called a pass. Let me get out of the sun. The sun keeps moving on me. But Deuce did he went this way, then he curled in and caught the pass after the 4-yard line, 3 or 4 yard line. But I was like, whoa, another creative route out of the backfield. And we were running real screens. It was crazy. So and I did. I'm gonna leave you with this. I did watch the Chargers' first game. If you have NFL Plus, go back and look at their first play. Their first play was downset hike, and they threw the ball and a direct hitch to the wide receiver Quentin Johnson, their rookie, and had two tiny receivers in front of him to block, and the total play just got blown up behind the line of scrimmage. I was like, whoa, that's the Jason Garrett play. That's what all us content creators are talking about. That's the Garrett offense over there. So, hey, it's going to be productive, but they're going to have to deal with that stuff. All right, guys, holla at you. Peace.